Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Divine Empress, and with another reminder for us at the moment. So I was reflecting and I realized that I've been someone who moved a lot. Since elementary school, I've moved countries, I've moved schools, I've moved a lot. And I realized that what has done to me is it made me like not be attached a lot because it made me feel like everything is temporary. People are temporary, everything is temporary. So when I get to meet people, people tend to get attached to me easily and quickly. But for me, it's like, this is just temporary. Because I always end up moving. Something always ends up happening where whatever connection that I make with people, it ends up being cut. Like it just ends up being a very short journey. Because of my experiences, I've realized that, but I think it has made certain people to maybe feel a certain way about me because for them it's like they have interpreted our interaction as something much deeper than how I've taken it. Because first of all, I'm sensitive, intuitive wise, and also because of what I've experienced, right? But recently I got to a point to where it's like I try not to think like that and try to just embrace the things of the moment. I got a little too comfortable in a situation and then the reality came that I had to move on from that. And it's like, okay, I had to remind myself that I am still the person with the backpack who's just going that's my experience right now, being like a person with a backpack, so it's easier for me to move because of how it feels like I am constantly moving and moving and moving and moving. It's like I didn't get to that point yet where it's like, okay, you can just be. I had a little moment where it's like I forgot about that for a second and wanted to get a little more comfortable, and I was snatched back like, nope, you're still moving, backpack mode. You gotta be lighter. So, and in this journey of feeling like I'm constantly moving and everything has always been temporary, it's also been a lot of me like feeling like I'm doing things alone in a way, in a sense, in the physical. And I was driving and I looked and I saw someone in the passenger seat and I'm like, oh my God, I want to be a passenger seat princess, okay? I'm at a point right now where I want to be a princess. I feel like I've been in the driver's seat for so long. I've been, you know, sometimes I've wanted to, sometimes I didn't, but I just had to. So I had to to be on the wheel, be in the driver's seat, even being someone of faith and everything. It felt like that also has to do with me not, me still needing to learn to release control fully to God and learning to surrender. So, but part of me is like, I just want to be my princess era. I want somebody else to take the driver's seat and I can just be a passenger seat princess. I want to be a princess. I want to be receptive to receiving like blessings and being taken care of. I want to be taken care of. It's like, I'm an older child, firstborn, and I've had a lot of responsibilities with that role that for so long I've had to be responsible for myself and for others as well. And I'm at a point where it's like, I want to be in the receptive side. But one of the things that I'm also being taught and learning to recognize is that I have not been carrying the weight alone and to lean into the fact that I am supported and I have support. And I'm still learning how to embrace that and accept that. Um, it's still a learning journey because when you're so used to carrying your own bag and feeling like you're carrying it by yourself, and it's hard to release. But anyways, there's a song that keeps coming to my mind. Is that song "Every Breath You Take, Every Move You Make," right? And it's "Every Breath You Take" sung by the Police, and online it says, I think it's from 1983. It says, every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. And the other thing that I want to talk about is Psalm 123. I think it verses 3 through 4. According to Google, it says, He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. And this is talking about God's constant and vigilant protection over us. And it talks about how basically God is capable of it all. God doesn't need to sleep and all of that. God is capable basically of protecting us. And also the other one was John 10:27 through 28. I don't know how to say the Bible verses. But I will put it on the I'll put it in the description and look it up if you feel led. Verse 27 says, My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Verse 28, And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. It says that this talks about basically the relationship basically between us and God, and that those who follow and know God recognize God's authority and follow his guidance, and that we are secure and protected with God from any harm and loss. To tie this with what I've been saying, basically, regardless of our journey and what we've been through, regardless of how much we have felt in this experience alone, and we feel like we have carried so much alone, God has always been there and God will always be there. God is always protecting us and taking care of us and making sure that our daily wants and needs are met. Sometimes we're just too consumed with what we're experiencing to really see the other positive things that are happening in our lives. Doesn't need sleep, no slumber. So God is capable of taking care of us every second, every minute of our lives. God is capable, God is able, and God has always been with us. That's what I get from these verses, at least, and more. I'm not a Christian. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not. But sometimes I do get scriptures that I don't even know are scriptures. I get messages that I find later are actually scriptures, even though I'm not that familiar with the Bible. Like sometimes have a title and I'll type it on Google. For some, I feel led to type it on Google, and it might be something Christian related. I don't know why that happens, but God knows. But sometimes I feel like it happens because the person who the message is for might be Christian and might resonate with that more than it being about me. So I just flow. Wherever God leads me, I just flow. Sometimes it can be the Bible, sometimes it can be the Quran, sometimes it can be something else. So I'm just saying it to speak my truth right now, but you do you while I do me. At the end of the day, you are here because of the message, right? And not so much about everything else. You take what is for you and you leave the rest. You can be a Christian or a Muslim, and a Christian or a Muslim might be used to speak something into you. If you're receptive, you will get what belongs to you and leave the rest, you know? Yeah, be receptive. Be receptive because God is always speaking to us. I remember once I was talking to someone, I don't know if I already mentioned this in this channel, and we were having a conversation, and I was like, if you see, for example, a drunk person, and that drunk person starts telling you about why you shouldn't drink and why drinking is wrong, you might take that as if, how they telling you these things when they keep doing this? Why should you listen to them because of the state that you find them in and because of the lifestyle that they live? But I would say that the ones who are experiencing something know the effects of it much more. That's why they're telling you. It's a struggle to let go of this thing that they're dealing with, but it doesn't mean that they don't know better. A lot of us we know better in situations, but it's hard for us to let go. Let go of it, but it doesn't mean we don't know any better. And some of us we like to communicate with others not because we like to tell them differently. Like I think like if I'm somebody who's drowning and I have a chance to save somebody else, I'm drowning because of my own experience and I have a chance to save somebody else, I'm gonna save the person. If I know what I'm doing is wrong, I'm not gonna tell you to do what I'm doing. I would tell you learn from me. This is what I would say. This is what I'm experiencing because of the consequences of my actions. And I don't want you to go through that. I would tell you the truth. What I'm doing is not right. What I'm saying isn't right. What I'm doing isn't right. And so I'm telling you not to do it. But of course it's up to you. If drinking is causing me health issues, smoking is causing me health issues and do all that, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You might see me do it. I don't do any of those things, by the way, but I'm just using this as an example. I'm like, you might see me do it. It's like I'm basically choosing to continue to impact myself negatively, but I'm going to tell you that it's not good. And I'm going to tell you what it's doing to me, how it affects me negatively. Then it's up to you. Everyone can be used to speak to you. Be open minded, be receptive to God, and be humble in this experience. Be receptive. All right, as always, remember with these messages, discernment is up to you. It's up to you. You're not obligated to anything in this channel. You're not obligated to listen to me. You're not obligated to follow me or anything like that. Um, it's up to you. This is your life. This is your journey. You have the power to make the changes in your life um, and make the choices. But it's true for everybody. The choices that we make has consequences. And yeah, the choices that we make have consequences. So what kind of consequences that you want in your life is up to you because it's based on the decisions that you make for the most part. So choose wisely as much as you can and try to do things in a way that with intentions for what is best for you and best for those whom you impact, to be the light in the world, to be the person that you want to see in the world. That's part of why I'm trying to do these messages as well. I'm trying to hopefully bring a positive impact by sharing my experience, hopefully connects and resonates with people and help inspire, motivate, and maybe help people in their healing journey as well. Feel like feel like let's hold each other's hand and let's hope the best and pray for the best for all of us as we go through this life. Anyways, peace, love, and light always.